Hi, thanks for stopping by the Mortgage Moment channel on YouTube. My name is Mark Taylor and I wanted to take time today to teach you about FHA Streamlines. There's a lot of confusion since FHA changed the rules on the old Streamline process that used to make getting an FHA loan very, very simple. Nowadays, FHA Streamline loans are done two different ways, one with an appraisal and one without an appraisal. None of these processes need prevent you from calling our office to find out if you can qualify for an FHA Streamline loan, but you need to know it is a little different than in years gone by. But I want to tell you why it is so difficult these days to get an FHA Streamline. Primarily, most people don't want to go about getting an appraisal on their property, which is fine. We can happily do that for you. You can happily take advantage of current interest rates. However, there are some rules and caveats that I need to make you aware of. One is, we can refinance you, but we cannot increase your loan amount by any portion whatsoever. You will start off with a loan amount and maintain that loan amount after the refinance. We, as your mortgage professional, must pay for all of your costs, which means we must raise the interest rate and use any coupons that we have to help you lower your payment. Once we do that calculation, we must also ensure that you save 5% of your payment so that you have a distinct benefit. You cannot take out any cash. There is a 6-month history of mortgage payment being current. If you have been late, we have to wait 12 months before we can do the refinance. And we must make sure all the way along that we're showing FHA that it is a benefit to you. There is a verification that you have a job. There is no income or credit check. Just simply that you have made your mortgage payment of the last 6 months. Makes it pretty easy. In addition to saving the 5% and covering all of your closing costs, the only thing that we require on the no appraisal program is that you come to closing with your next month's payment. That's the only cost to you. So after you make that payment, your following payment will be the new reduced mortgage payment to the new reduced interest rate. You also need to consider while going through this process, and we'll walk you through it as well, that you may have purchased a home where your mortgage insurance factor was less, typically 0.52 or lower. The new mortgage insurance rate per FHA guidelines is now 1.15. So while we go through this initial process up front on the telephone with you, you may be frustrated that you're at 6.5 and we've got you down into a much lower interest rate, but by the time we pay your costs and we calculate the new MI, sometimes the savings aren't as great as that which you would hope for. But it's definitely worth calling my office. Now, if you do believe that you have equity in your house, or you bought a foreclosure or a short sale in the last 24 months, you might be surprised that paying for an appraisal might be to your benefit. If you get to a 90% loan to value, we can actually increase your loan to value to pay the closing costs for you, ensuring you get a very, very low rate. And if we can keep it under 95% loan to value, your mortgage insurance will not be that high. So there's some advantages to it. But as we tell all of our clients, we're going to look at all the options for you. Option 1, doing it without an appraisal. Option 2, doing it with an appraisal and you paying your closing costs, or doing it with an appraisal and we pay your closing costs. So we're going to work out 3 different formulas for you that will give you the options. We can do that pretty quickly on the telephone. But please know, it is a little more complicated than it used to be, but an FHA Streamline can definitely save you some money and is at least worth your time and effort in making the phone call. I know that I would like to chat with you, as would my team. So feel free to reach out to my office at 602-361-0707 and we'll do the best that we can for you. Or feel free to email me at mark@awesomerates.com. Thanks for stopping by the Mortgage Moment, and don't forget to check out all the other cool videos that we have on here. And don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button either. We'd like to keep you up to date as new programs come available, especially with HARP 2.0 coming down, that may be of advantage to you or to someone else that you know. Thanks so much.